All right, welcome back everybody to the channel. This is another video on the dual spec. This is going to be more of a in-depth guide on the rotation. Hopefully everybody had a good reset. You guys got some pieces of gear that you guys needed in preparation for Root of Corrosion in epic difficulty. Hopefully it's going to be fun. Hopefully it's going to be challenging. And so let's get into this video. So first off, in my last video, I was missing Furious Attack on my shoulder guards and on my belt. Those are taken care of because I got lucky on the reset, and yeah, I got both green Furious Attacks. They are good enough. I mean, they're obviously insane. They're not just good enough, they're insane. So I have full Furious Attack on my build at the moment. So my character is very strong right now. I also, by the way, make sure that you guys get your 9 out of 8s and your 3 out of 2s on your tier sets. And if you can get an energy savings badge, it is definitely worth it. I've been testing it and I 100% like it over the haste one. So I think this is definitely worth it. If you're like me, that you needed the badge or the waste from Archdruid, but you don't have the badge, you can get the badge from the Arcane Realm chest and then get the waste or the belt from Archdruid, or vice versa. So that way you can get both of those. So yeah, let's get into the video. You already saw the aptitudes. I'm at 48. No, okay, I must be crit potted already during the video. I'm normally at 47. The potion gets me to 48. And as you guys know, I mentioned plenty of times, Crush is going to get me to 50%, and this is 19% cooldown, which is where you want to be. Let's go into the Inscribed Stone. All right, so first thing is, there's a lot of people that have asked me on the Discord and on DMs, which are the best 5 emblems for duel. I do not think that there is a set 100% this is the correct 5 emblems, at least for now. The only 3 emblems that I constantly see every dual Shadow Swordsman that I inspect, the only 3 emblems that I always see are Intertwined Fates, High Energy Potion, and Overload. Each and every dual spec rogue that I inspect is running those 3. Crush is one that I believe in. I 100% run it, and I do not see myself taking Crush off. To me, those 3 that I mentioned and Crush are 4 emblems that you should not take off if you're playing the dual spec. But there have been many people claiming on Discord that Crush is not necessary, and they have their arguments. I disagree with them, but for the purpose of answering the best 5 emblems question, I am open to the idea of Crush maybe not being the best. I do not believe so. I think Crush is insane. But there is a debate. And then the 5th one, I feel like it is completely up to you. I'm running Sprawl because my Sprawl has a really good roll. It has upper right and upper left attributes. If I were to roll a Warlike Surge with upper right and upper left, I would probably take Sprawl out, because I do feel that Warlike Surge is better if you can get it to proc, which you can't get it to proc. But if it procs during your Inscribed Stone, you're gonna that high roll that you're aiming for is going to increase your damage. Sprawl is always going to do anywhere from 74 to 77, maybe 78 DPS per pull, which is not terrible, but you know, it's not insane. So yeah, that's the Inscribed Stone. Let me go back a little bit. You definitely want to boost these two nodes to 100%. Okay? The reason why you want to do this is because number one, it is going to make your Inscribed Stone align with your cooldowns. I'm talking Thirst Battle, which is your 6, and I'm talking Frenzy Throw, which is your 4. If you can get those 3 buttons to line up, you are going to be doing really good damage because you're not holding on to CDs for a while, for a long time. And then the second reason why you want to boost these nodes is because it is going to make your burst more powerful. Your furious attacks are going to hit harder. So you want this emblem at the top left to have lower right boost. You want your emblem at the top right to have lower left boost. And you want the middle emblem to have upper left and upper right boost to get 100% in both of them. That is what you are aiming for with these 3 emblems, right? By the way, for those of you who don't know what the picture of the emblem is, this is High Energy Potion, this is Overload, this is Crush. Now, if we go down, you're going to notice that I have, as I said, my Sprawl over here, upper left and upper right, boosting cooldown and boosting crit, and then my Intertwined Fates is over here with only upper left, but it is good enough that I can run it and I can get the stats that I need. Okay. I went Omni with the rest of my points so far, and I believe I will invest into the first core node because there's really not much to pick. So my next 2 points will be going into the core node. I will activate it. So that's the Inscribed Stone. Now let's go into the talents. Let me see, when do I put the talents up in this video? Hopefully soon enough. I'm probably just showing the Inscribed Stone so everybody can see it. Okay, so here are the talents. The first thing is, this talent is really good. Gift of Opportunity. This is going to reduce your Furious attack. Okay, when you cast Assault. This is really good. Furious attack is our main damage. You want to cast it as much as possible. Assault is going to allow you to do that. This talent, I believe, is mandatory. Okay? Obviously, Execute talent is mandatory. Obviously, increase Furious attack damage is mandatory. You want to get 2 charges on Swift Strike. Make sure that it moves you 2 spots on the roulette. Really good, really good. And then here, this talent increases the damage of your Furious attack during your Frenzy Throw. I have debated getting 2 points here for a long time. I was thinking of getting them off of Evade, which is going to increase... when you get a proc, you're going to increase the damage of your Swift Strike by 80%. Because I was ignoring Swift Strike, I tried putting 2 points in here, but I did not like how it feels. It doesn't add enough damage for me, I think. I'm still willing to test it out a little bit more. See, as you can see the description here, while Frenzy Throw is active, your Fierce attack deals 10 more damage. It's going to be 15 when you put 3 points, but because I already have 1, it would increase the damage by 10% for my case. And then this talent is the talent that lowers the cooldown of your Frenzy Throw and your Thirst Battle when you go around the roulette. So it's really good, obviously. Helps you line up your Inscribed Stone. And this is the talent that I was thinking of taking 2 points off. I'm not going to do it, I don't think, because this, for some reason, it just feels better. It feels like I do more damage, but I will do more testing on it just to make sure. I feel like I haven't tested it enough. So, let's get into the rotation. First things first, I have officially started opening up with 42163. The reason for that is because first off, I get 2 on cooldown as soon as possible. You know, it's already rolling. I don't have to wait. I don't have to press so many globals to get that button on cooldown, right? And then the second reason is I like where the pointer starts and where the pointer finishes when I go 42163. That 2 slot movement, I actually feel like it makes it smoother. So yeah, 42163, and then you go into typical 1-2-1-2-1-2-1-2 until your 3 is up. Now, this is very important. You want to make sure when you are not in your cooldown window, whenever your furious attack is about to come off cooldown, you want to make sure that you are either at the weakness spot or 1 global away from getting to the weakness spot, regardless of whether you have to cast Assault or Swift Strike to get there. You want to be there so that when it is up, you are instantly pressing that button and putting it on cooldown. You do not want your Furious Attack to be up for 3 to 4 to maybe even 5 seconds. That feels terrible. Let me see this burst. 57k. That was good. 20k is not good. Oof. That was no bueno there. But that's gonna happen. So yeah, see how Furious Attack was gonna be up and I'm instantly getting there. So Furious Attack is in 6 seconds. I'm already planning how I'm going to get there, right? How I'm gonna get there is I'm gonna do 1-1. Now see, that's a little too much for me. I could be more efficient there to get my Furious Attack on cooldown faster. I could maybe play that better there. Oh wow, that was really bad. No crit on the Furious Attack. Not being that lucky at the moment. So you want to... Okay, I'm gonna stay here and cast 3. Yep. Oh my god. This is painful. This is painful to watch. But yeah. Also, whenever you get your Furious Attack on cooldown, that's when you want to start using your Assault as much as possible so that you can reduce the cooldown on your Furious Attack so that you can cast it faster, you know? You want to get as many... 39k... 21k... Ooh. Oh man, this is brutal. Okay, so this will happen sometimes. You will not have the favor of the RNG gods. But that's not what matters. What matters is that you do the rotation correctly and you live with the results. So yeah, back to it. Assault. Make sure that you're casting it so that you get your Furious Attack faster. Cast your Furious Attack on the weakness spot. Make sure that when your Furious Attack is about to come off cooldown, you are there. Don't be caught in La La Land and your Furious Attack is up and now it's like, wait, I need to get to a weakness spot to cast this. Be ready. Okay? So that's the main thing right now. Man, no crits, huh? Then the usage of 5. A lot of people have asked me about the usage of 5. Well, if it were up to me, I probably would never cast it. But I have found some uses. Wait, hold on. Let me see. 37k, 58k. Wow, finally a good crit. Okay, that was better. That's more like it. The usage of 5, obviously when ads are up, right? Obviously when ads are up. And I also have seen 2 more uses out of it. First off, when I have nothing else to do. Literally when I have nothing else to do. And also, if Furious Attack is 2 seconds off of cooldown and I'm at a weakness spot and I don't want to move off of that weakness spot, I press 5. And then by the time 5 is done, I can cast Furious Attack and then just keep on moving. Keep on moving, you know? Which, by the way, I also like sometimes just staying in the weakness spot for 2 seconds, maybe even 3 seconds, and wait for Furious Attack to be up. Because my number 1 priority is getting Furious Attack off. And then, I mean, Crush Emblem is working. So by me standing there meleeing, melee attacks do not proc Crush. So I'm just stacking the Crush. I'm increasing the chance that the Furious Attack is going to crit. Ooh, 63k. 60k. There it is. You love to see it. That's a good burst. So we had one insane burst. Oh. Wait, it's been 5 minutes already? Oh shit. It's been 5 minutes. Alright. So wait, where did that end? Hold on. Oh, that was very close. That was oof. Almost 5.5. Okay. So I mean, as you see, that wasn't the best RNG pool ever, right? But very close to 5.5. Let me see at the damage breakdown. This is going to be the last thing that I'm going to say about it. See how I get 35 furious attacks off in 5 minutes and 15 seconds? This is a number that I very commonly see when I do my dummy tests. I always am at 35 or 34. It's always 34 or 35. It does not change. This is a good number for you to aim for when you're doing your tests. If you can get more than 35, then very good job. So instead of being discouraged because of lack of gear, lack of aptitudes, lack of crit, just try to do the rotation correctly. Try to see if you can get 35 furious attacks off. That would be that's ideal. And then the rest is up to the RNG gods. That's how, I mean, this is the spec that we chose to play, right? 52% of my damage. Obviously, I'm full furious attack aptitude, so this should be doing this much damage. But this is a 5.5k pool, almost 5.5k pool. Again, not the best RNG in the world. There was a lot of furious attacks that did not crit. There was only one really good burst window. There was one that was terrible. And it was 5.5. Add to that raid buffs, potion basins, burst potions, execute phase on a boss, maybe damage amps like in Blight Dragon. It's gonna be a lot of damage, man. And also, one more thing I want to mention is I did a slight change to my to my Inscribed Stone window. I'm not just doing 4, 6, 7, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. I'm doing 4, 1, 6, 7, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. Just to see if I can get that weakness proc, right? So you're gonna see it here is let me see, when do I get into it? 4, 1, 6, 7, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. Wow, that was like one of the worst windows ever in terms of damage. Wow. But yeah, 4, 1, 6, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. I don't go 4, 2, 1, 6, 7, 3 because you're gonna notice that my last furious attack, I can barely get it off. See that? I barely get it off inside the frenzy throw window. So if I go for a 2 before, I probably don't get that off, right? So I just play it safe and go for 1, 6, 7, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. So yeah, I think that's it really for now. In terms of the in-depth guide or the in-depth tips, as I said, try to aim for 35 furious attacks if you can, because a lot of people, when they send me their damage breakdowns on Discord or on DMs, they tell me to like say what they're doing wrong if I can, and oftentimes I'll see them testing for 5 minutes or 5 minutes and 30 seconds, like I say that people should probably test, because it's what a boss fight lasts normally, right? And sometimes they cast 27 furious attacks, and I'm like, if you have the same stats that I do, you should be able to get more than 27. And the difference between 35 Furious Attacks and 27 Furious Attacks is a lot when you consider that at least my Furious Attacks on average are dealing 25.7k basically. So you're missing out on a lot, and I mean a lot of damage, just by not casting Furious Strike on cooldown. Again, make sure that when your Furious Attack is about to come up, you are either at the weakness spot or one direction or one slot, or I don't even know what to call it. You're one pointer away from getting to the weakness spot, which means you cast Assault and you are there, or you are 2 pointers away, 2 rotations. That's the word that I'm looking for. Either you are 1 rotation away, which means you can just press Assault and you are there, or you are 2 rotations away, which means you can just press Swift Strike and you are there, because Swift Strike is going to rotate the pointer 2 spots, right? So you don't want to be caught if we're looking at the weakness roulette here, right? You don't want to get caught over here with your Furious Attack up. That would be the worst, because now you have to rotate all the way here to get your Furious Attack off. It's going to take too much time. You want to be either here, so you can cast Swift Strike, land over here, next global Furious Attack, keep it moving. Or you want to be here, right? And you want to cast your Assault, Furious Attack, keep it moving, right? You would like to obviously get your Furious Attack off cooldown as much as possible. Sometimes you won't be able to do so. It happens, but just try to be as efficient as possible with it. Okay? That I feel like that would be the most important thing. Try to get as many Furious Attacks off as you can, because it is our main damage. The fewer you cast of those, the fewer damage you're going to do by a lot. Each and every one of those does a lot of damage. So I think that's basically it for the video. This is what... Wow, 22 minutes. I mean, I yapped a lot, so I'm sorry for that. But hopefully this is helpful. This is the purpose of the video, is to just be helpful, because I have had plenty of people asking me, and hopefully this video is going to help or solve most of you guys' questions. And also, me too, I'm still trying to learn. So if anybody watching this video sees something that I'm saying and it's incorrect, feel free to point it out in the comments. I don't claim to be an expert in the spec. I'm a student just like each and every one of you guys are. And I also want to learn if I can improve on something. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys around.